guys, as we see here, it's starting to go getting snowy and more snowy and more snowy. We get the Shuvo people and Bob, who who just finished his spiritual journey with his friend, his ancestor Bob's friend or partner. And after that, they have a lot of sheeps. Yep, they got lots of sheeps here. And then, but luckily, that didn't end that. It didn't end that. It wasn't that long. And at the end, they start they start warming up again, showing beautiful stuff. They haven't seen water just straight like this before. They never seen stuff like this before. They just start seeing plants of any kind in the respective regions, like in the places with the deserts area, we will have cicadas that will warm. That will also sometimes get a bit colder. That will become jungles, like that. And they usually it's actually pretty nice. But they haven't done barely any shipping. They barely did any shipping lately, and after a new wall opened up, they start getting more snazzy. They decided to make the wall decided to be more bigger, and yet something did happen. The high and there were some of the colonies that later on created new human beings. You see, the Bobs are fine, but there's also a new thing coming up. The bandits the remaining bandits are still alive. The remaining bandits decide to stick together. Decide are now more split up into different regions. Like there's this one in here. There's one here. There's a tiny little bit of here, and there's also and the biggest one is, and someone's here. But the biggest one here is the good old bandits. The biggest one is right in the jungle of the biggest continent in the world, which is which is this one, which is literally full of people. Look at that. Apparently most of them are right now in the area. Let's just say that they up to now destroy stuff. Yep, they destroyed this part of the village before. And so they mostly weren't that good with stuff. So they decided to split up. Because they know that this area is too important to be destroyed. So like I said, they pack all their things and start leaving and start going to a rampage of unionization. and they managed to land in this area, but was separated from the rest of the world, apparently. That's because back then, humans has made different fortifications to live, and they believe that somehow they'll be out, and so some of them are like there. And yet, some of them are still in the jungle that are still picked up and were sent once again, to the island of IDK. I see that the Shu, after acknowledging all of their stuff, they acknowledge that they should now all be safe here. After the new Notch, I see New Notch has been growing for a pretty long time already, and they believe that Notch religion should, I say, new. I see they have ancestor knowledge, armor strength, offensive strategy, way of life, and increase of weaponsmithing. They'd be pretty overpowered, we could say. And their new colonies are no exception. Already they're already getting top level ports in the area. But there's also new problems too. Not just actually bandits are not trouble. The new troubles are the zombie apocalypse. The bandits has been creating zombie apocalypse everywhere, and due to the radiation level, a lot of zombies are usually, here. Lots of zombies. And people already know that when they decide to put one guy alone in this one colony, and an entire zombie race attack it. After knowing that this revelation, they send out an overpowered force. That cannot get infected. Yes, not send out an overpowered unit just so they can destroy this. And to be honest, it got pretty well because no one got. And I have you know that they have regeneration powers, so they easily know how to attack zombies. And it was okay. So knowing about this, and also they realized the explosive zombie was a thing. So they check and they realize the entire zombie population. So they send out the remnants of the band's attack kit. The first attack, the first attack with it is when when underwater zombies start appearing. They're known as the zombie evade. It's known as the battle of the International River, the first battle. They've took over this tiny island and start attacking. They realize that these zombies are pretty different. An example is that for some reason they are replanting it. apparently they are known. They were the reason why the humanity got a lot of their land replanted to a long time. Apparently, these zombies are not useless zombies. They were useful in nature, and they were used to destroy humans' foolishness, like the ones here. And zombies usually and sometimes zombies are usually sometimes here to destroy everything they see as humans. So but they thought the bandits are useless until they send out the bandits, the northern bandits, known as the Battle of the North. This is where the bandits actually start sharing actually did start attacking start actually doing some damage when they start attacking it. But they realized that in order for them to win, they need to heroically do something that gives them that they realize that they just need something that don't make them effect, which is nothing. But they realize that they just overpower them. This is what they did. They did well. They also allowed their weapons, bombings and fire range usually help them to attack the. And there's even and it was a pretty long bloody battle. And there's no clear winner, but let's just say that the winner was obviously the that. But then and they were sent bandits, so they realized their usefulness. Also, there's some cults like known as the necromancers who created a weaker zombie, and these were the main problem because they are more easier to find, and this is one of the reasons why they. So in order to stop that, the invaders start coming. Luckily, luckily they just need to kill the necromancer and kill the skeletons. Skeletons are way weaker than stuff, and they cannot get infected. Therefore, creating a lot of. By the way, these since they're clones, they're technically a bomb, and we'll learn this later.